Greetings from the Eccentric Man. This is Shrapnel 2017. It's the first tournament I managed to run at the local game store, Lost Ark Games. You can find them at the link below. They also do online orders, bolt action and many other games. It was a 10-man tournament in the end. We only had 9 players come along, and I took the extra space to make it up to 10 so that everybody got a game, which was good fun for me, but did mean that I had 2 heads on the day. So local game store, which was really good. We had Warlord Games who provided some prizes, and the store provided prizes as well, which meant that anyone who came along was going to go away with a prize at least, which was really good. And they comprised of mostly tank kits, so that was really nice to have as prizes. So I'll go through my army list. You'll probably have seen it before. It's my Africa Corps, which I took, and it was 1 rifle platoon, and it was following the theatre selector for Rommel Triumphant, which means I can take a Horch truck which has an autocannon on a truck. But let's have a look at the army that I took, and here we go. So here we go from left to right. I've got the 231 8-rad armoured car. I've got the SKDF 7 and a Panzer 3G and the Horch truck with the autocannon. Behind them I've got 3 here infantry units, and that's 8-men squads, 2 with NCOs with SMGs. Each squad has an LMG and the rest is rifles. And then just more to the left is a Pioneer unit where I've got 8 men, and within that I've got 5 SMGs and a flamethrower and a rifleman. And then I've got a medium mortar, an anti-tank rifle team, and my officers. So that was it, 1,000 points and 1 rifle platoon. I do like the DAC one, it gives me a bit of a variation, and with the theatre selector, as I said, it gives me that extra vehicle with the auto cannons. So a nice little unit, a nice little army to play with. From the Eccentric Man, we're at the Lost Ark Games in Stevenage, the local game store, and today we're running Shrapnel 2017, and we're just setting up the tables for today's games. I'm going to try and theme a few. Desert, blown up ruined town, another townscape, and a few more, and a jungle at the back. So hoping they'll be all okay for the games. Let's get you dizzy by wandering around with it. Got some nice buildings, got some foreground buildings. Some kindly donated by Warlord Games, which was very nice of them. Yeah. There were about 4 of the buildings, weren't there? Yeah, 4 buildings from Warlord Games, which was really good.
And prizes?
And prizes for today,
Cool.
which is really good. We should have enough to give everyone a box, shouldn't we?
Everyone gets a prize. Now, yeah.
Yeah. Good. So, first game scenario was meeting engagement, and my opponent in this game was Lee. He hasn't played very many games, probably about 2 or 3 at the most, I think, and they'd been up late on Friday night sticking the armies together. So thanks to John Leggett from Strong Oak Painting, he helped a few of the guys get their armies ready and introduce them to the delights of easy army. So that was a game against Lee. His Japanese, I do play a lot against Japanese, as you know, wasn't a match for the Africa Corps, and I managed to get a good win out of the first game. So I hope I didn't put Lee off. He seemed to enjoy the game and did get some good dice rolls and some good kills out of it. So that was the first game. We were playing secondary objectives as well, and that was the ammo dump in the to the side, and I managed to capture that one as well as win the game. So 6 points from my first game, and we'll move on to the second game. So my first round win meant that I was then up against Rob, who's one of my friends, and his Soviet list. You can see it here. He's got the IS-2, he's got a 76, he's got the Gaz truck with the 4 medium machine guns, and then he had 2 veteran units of about 10 men, I think there, a sniper team, excuse me, and a truck with 6 submachine gunners. And that was his army. The scenario that we were going to play was hold until relieved, and I decided to go as the defender. I wasn't sure that I was going to actually be able to capture the town from him, but there we go. I decided to hold as a defender. Let's have a look at the board that we were playing on. I initially set up 2 infantry units behind the house in the centre, which was the main objective of hold until relieved. A cat and mouse game with his big IS-2 tank with its heavy anti-tank gun and the 4 machine guns on the truck and the medium anti-tank gun. It was a bit risky for my vehicles. However, they did try and take the initiative, but I did lose the Panzer III to the IS-2. I think Rob then made a mistake with it because he didn't quite realise how good flamethrowers are against vehicles, and that is the handheld ones by infantry. He moved his IS-2 into the central crossroads, which then allowed me to bring on my reserve, which was the SKDF-7 with the Pioneers and the flamethrower. The half-track came on, the engineers jumped out, and the flamethrower hit the tank. With the pins and the leadership test, the IS-2 failed and blew up. So I scored a nice little hit on that one. The scenario at the end of the game turned out to be a draw, and we had knocked out the equivalent number of units from each side. So that was good. I managed to get 3 points out of that. I didn't get the secondary objective, which was to kill his officer, and he didn't kill mine. So I finished this game on 3 points, so giving me a total of 9 so far. So on to game 3, and I was playing Josh, who comes from the Chatteris War Games Club. I'd been there earlier in the year and had a game in their tournament and actually won, which I was really pleased with. I think I'd beaten Josh in that event, and he was after some revenge. He brought along some late war Germans, and that was against my DAC. It was a really good game, cat and mouse, all the way through, and I thought I had a chance up until turn 5, but unfortunately Josh did some nice moves with his infantry and managed to push me off of the centre objective, and whilst he managed to maintain the 2 objectives on his side of the table. And with that, he did get his revenge. He did beat me quite soundly by the end of turn 6. So well done to Josh, because he did then come 3rd. So a nice result for him. I did make a little mistake on my outflanking. I was going to put on my 8 rad armoured car and the SKDF-7, but I forgot to actually do the armoured car, which I think did cause me a little bit of problem at the end, because I had to bring on my outflanking troops without much support. But there again, yeah, it did. I don't think I would have won anyway. Josh had really got a good position in that game, so well done, Josh. Whilst I was totting up the points from the other players, the store owner arranged a painting competition, and all the players went round choosing the best armies, best painted army. It came down to a close call between 2 people, and that was John Leggett from Strong Oak Painting and myself with my Africa Corps. This is John's American army that he took. Very nicely painted. But in the end, I pipped him by 1 player vote, which was really nice for me. So I took best painted with my Africa Corps, which was very nice. But I think as you can see here, John is a very nice painter. Check out his work on strong oak painting. He taught me everything I knew. Know John from way back when, and he has helped me with my painting over the years. So that was a nice end to the competition. So let's go on to the final results. So as I said at the beginning, Warlord Games had provided box kits for prizes, and the store Lost Ark Games very kindly provided the painting award prize, and also some more boxes to make sure that everybody went away with something to remember the day by, which was very nice of them. So overall winner of the day was Steve Tibbs from 2D6 Lodge, and you may know Steve. He is the main organiser of A Cam's Bridge Too Far, which was the largest bolt action tournament in the world that he ran earlier in the year, and which we went along to. So Steve took top place, and his first choice, those of you who may know Steve in real life or from the internet, knows that he's got a penchant for Shermans. And there was one as a prize, and he did choose that. So here we go. So very happy looking Steve with his new Sherman. So congratulations to Steve on first place. Colin Robinson with his Japanese came second, and of course Josh from Chatteris War Games Club took third. And well done to all the other players. For myself, I managed to get myself the Sherman VC Firefly, and the painting prize, an M8 M20 Scout car. It was going to be the Polish infantry, but somebody was after starting a new army and asked if they could swap with me, and I thought, yep, no, I'll go for the Scout car. That'll go in handy for my American paratroopers and glider guys. So that was the day, my first tournament that I run. So I was quite pleased with how it went. Everybody seemed to go off quite happy, and we're looking to run another one. And we're trying to think probably about 6 months' time, and that'll be in November. So got to try and finalise things from that. So I hope you enjoyed my quick review of the day. I certainly enjoyed the day. And I look forward to the next one. So, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Or if you think your friends might like it, share it on to them. So, see you in the next video, and take care.